Hey, what's up, everybody? Good morning, or good evening, or whatever time it is that you're checking this out. I felt inspired this morning on this beautiful rainy day, to talk about the choice that we have in terms of how we spend our time and energy. So many people affirm that they have no time, that they don't have the ability in their lifestyle, within their lifestyle, to take time to be quiet and to connect with themselves, or to connect with spirit, whatever phrase you want to use. And I think it's so important to create this time. It's such a priority, and it can be done even if you work 50 hours a week, and even if you have family obligations. It can be done because it doesn't have to be a big chunk of time. It could be a solid 10 minutes in the morning every day to be quiet, or it could be not speaking for the first, until you leave the house to go to work, the first hour or two of being awake. It could be once a week, not just unplugging, not watching TV, and not being on the internet, and not speaking on the phone. Just one night a week. So having like 2 hours where you light candles, excuse me, you take a bath, or you make music, you meditate, do something for self care. We all have the ability to do this in our lives. And I think if we're honest with ourselves, we learn that external stimuli is not going to make us happy. It's going within, connecting with our hearts, with our essence. And I think that now's the time to make that choice. And a lot of people avoid it because it is uncomfortable a lot of the times. Stuff does come to the surface that we don't necessarily want to look at. So there will be, it's very likely that there will be emotional pain that surfaces, that there will be things that we need to look at within ourselves that some might call like shadow work, do our shadow work. But so what? There's a numbness. There's a fear-based desire for distraction when we avoid that. So many people can't be quiet. They can't take time to be alone. There's such a fear of loneliness. But when you think of the word alone and all one, the deeper we go into aloneness sometimes to connect with ourselves, if we really allow that the discomfort on the surface, if we really allow that to settle, and if we really drop in deeper beyond that, then we could feel that all oneness, that sense of connection. Even when it burns, even when we cringe in the face of what comes up. And there's a gentleness, there's a quality of just holding ourselves in that. And it needs to be done, peeps. Straight up. It needs to be done. The way to happiness is within. I've been blessed to be with great masters, great teachers, and they all propound the same fundamental wisdom. Any true practitioner of any religion, they affirm the same. And not everybody's meant to be a monk or live in a convent monastery, but if we want to find deeper meaning, we need to carve out a little bit of time for ourselves, just as a balance, because we all know how much society, the momentum of this culture is speeding up with technology and so many opportunities for distraction. So we need to be proactive about taking time for ourselves, giving ourselves some TLC. And then we have more energy for others. So we help, we give service just by our presence, being a little more stable, a little more solid, a little more warm, a little more open, a little more humble, a little more gentle. We become a gift to the world in our workplace, in our family life, in public, in line at the post office, whatever it is. And then we feel more a sense of purpose just by the radiance that we have, the emanation of goodness that we, of course, we don't do it, but that comes to us. Because the deeper in we look, the more we realize only silence is here. You know, the puppet, like this puppet right here, is just a surface facade. Underneath is the pure silence, the creation, the existence, life itself. Life is living itself. I'm not really here as an entity, but that's some other next level shizzle. I don't know if we're all ready for that yet. First, we got to drop into the silence a little bit, and then those deeper truths can come out. You know what I mean? Life is a trip, yo. Enjoy. Grateful you're here as another manifestation of myself, my very own self. All the best. Peace.